Share your goal face at ITV Football. Make sure you hashtag goalface now as Uruguay take on Costa Rica live in the FIFA World Cup.
Every hope, every dream. Sponsored by Sony, official partner of the 2014 FIFA World Cup.
Meu Brasil brasileiro, o Brasil samba que dá bambolear e faz gingar, o Brasil do meu amor, terra de nosso Senhor. Brasil, Brasil, esse pouquinho de bater, foi onde eu tava minha rede, nas noites claras de luar. Esse Brasil lindo e trigueiro é o meu Brasil brasileiro, terra de samba e bandeira.
In Montevideo a month ago, the World Cup looked a world away for the crocked Luis Suarez after his knee surgery, but he's back today looking in fairly fine fettle. He will have changed into his kit by now. He's not starting, but he is on the subs bench for Uruguay against Costa Rica in Group D. England's group, of course. Kick-off in Fortaleza is coming up in half an hour. We'll hear from Stephen Gerrard shortly ahead of tonight's England match against Italy. But in the studio for this one are Lee Dixon. We've got an eminent Uruguayan in the shape of Gus Poyet and a World Cup winner in Fabio Cannavaro. So Gus, what are they up to? They're just keeping Suarez rested for us?
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, I think it's common sense. You know, after that injury, after it was very difficult for him to play. Now seeing him training in the last few days, I think it's really common sense to keep him safe. It's a big game. If Uruguay does well, or what everybody expects today is to win, I think then the big game is a game against England.
But if he was playing England today, would he be starting then?
Probably. I think it's a situation. Also, he didn't play the last few games, and the three up front, or the two plus Stuani, they've been doing well, and that's something that obviously gives the manager an option, to wait for him. But he's been impressive. I thought it was no chance, and I'm very pleased.
We saw him in training the other day, and there's a difference between the runs you do in training, kicking a ball in training, then going into a match situation. And he looked a little bit tentative striking the ball when I saw him. His runs were great and everything, but that explosiveness won't be there just yet. I think giving him another week, 6 days rest, whatever it is, will be beneficial for him.
Fabio, in your World Cup 11 that you picked, Cavani led the line, so you're obviously a fan of his. We can see him in action here this year. What do you like about him?
Because he works a lot, work for the team. He's every time running box to box, and he scored a lot of goals. And I can understand maybe the support, Luis Suarez, the best player of your country, but also Cavani and Forlan, they have good experience.
I think the situation with Cavani in Uruguay is quite special because Forlan and Luis Suarez, they were doing so well together up front. And Cavani became the striker who needed to work hard, up and down. So he was not able to play most of the time in his best position, which is really up front. And he's going to do it now, which is great, I think, for him and for the country.
Let's have a look at your boys then. Skippered, I can't help noticing, by Diego Lugano. I'm familiar with his work. It's my contention that I can run faster than him. But he's not the quickest, is he?
I'm going to talk to Diego and we can have that race prepared. But I think it's the best thing about Uruguay, apart from, of course, the striker force, is a group. It's an absolutely top group. And, You know, they get together well. Everybody knows what Lugano can do and what he cannot do. So they're going to cover him. They choose another midfielder. They're always in front of him. So everything is planned to try to hide the weaknesses of Diego. But he's a great leader and it's very important for the team.
Let's have a look at the opposition today. Are there dangers in underestimating Costa Rica, do you think, Lee?
Well, the record would suggest not, but I think obviously they played 3 at the back today. Gonzalez in the central area. They will be 5 at most of the game, I think, trying to just keep Uruguay out. They've got a threat in Campbell up front. The player from Arsenal on loan, Olympiacos. He is a threat. He's got some pace. He can cause problems to the 2 centre-backs who are probably not the quickest, but you just feel that Uruguay have got too much for him all over the pitch, and I think it will be quite an easy win for them.
Okay, earlier this afternoon in Belo Horizonte, Colombia took on Greece in Group C. Here's what happened. Commentator John Hell.
Onside here, no question of offside against Cuadrado. Tries to take on the opponent, does so skillfully with the ball, to run through, and it's sliced into the net. Colombia lead in the 5th minute. Los Cafeteros lead. It's sliced through in. Colombia got a second goal. And it couldn't have been easier. It is prodded home by Gutierrez from a yard out. They have an attack here and they have a chance, a big chance. It's put back in. Off the bar. What a miss, and maybe that sums up Greek football. They're looking for goal number 3 here now with Cuadrado. And again, it's coming through here. 3-0 Colombia. And nobody more worthy of a celebration today than James Rodriguez.
An early contender for miss of the tournament there. After the break, we'll get the thoughts of the England skipper as he prepares for the heat of the World Cup battle against Italy in Monash. He'll tell us he doesn't consider himself an England legend. Sorry, Steve, on that you're quite wrong.
Every lasting memory. Sponsored by Sony, official partner of the 2014 FIFA World Cup.
Get in. Get in. Get in.
Hyundai is bringing all football fans together for the FIFA World Cup. The glorious journey for all. Hyundai.
Dribbling, idiot. Go on.
With Sky Sports Mobile included on Red 4G, you'll never have to miss a moment. Vodafone, power to the devoted, power to you.
Imagine this hummingbird lives in a country where nature surrounds you. Where happy and educated people choose to live in peace. Where quality products are made and shared. And talent, innovation, and dreams abound. This country exists. Visit, invest in, buy from Costa Rica. A small country with a huge vision.
I want to go to Venice.
We grow, but never do we change.
I just want to find the right hotel for me. And when I book, I want it to be for the best price. Can you show me how? Hotel Trivago.
Wayward boars are drawn to lone men with female companions like moths to a flame. 'Tis an open invitation to show thyself up. A lesser mortal might elect to throw it back, but not this man. For he possesses an inner steel that can come from only one place, a peppered steak slice. Ginsters, feed the man.
England-Italy in the World Cup. You can cut the tension with a pizza wheel. Every stat must be analysed, every outcome considered. It's enough to drive a man insane. So here's an offer you can't overthink. If England lose to Italy, you get your money back as a free bet. No-brainer, eh?
Sponsored by Santander. ITV's coverage of the 2014 FIFA World Cup.
Welcome back to Rio when on Copacabana Beach. They're coming to terms with the news that Alan Irvine has been appointed head coach at West Bromwich Albion. We're all coming to terms with it here in the studio too. 20 minutes from kick-off for Costa Rica, Uruguay. Elsewhere in Group D, England, should you need reminding, face Italy tonight. Gabriel's been speaking to the man who'll lead the match.
You've got 111 caps. You could become England's most capped outfielder in the course of this competition. Do you feel part of English football legend? No. I'm sitting and call myself a legend now when I haven't achieved anything for England. But listen, there's only probably 12, 13, 14 people that have ever achieved something unbelievably big for England in the whole time English football's been going. Yeah, you know, you look at the 1990 side and you were on 96 and they've done terrifically well, but they never achieved anything. Someone's going to win this tournament. Yeah, we're not one of the favourites, but we've got good players, we've got a good team, we stick together and perform well, who knows? If there's one thing you're telling yourself now and the other players about this tournament, what is it? I think we've got to deliver and give everything we've got. We've got to leave everything out there. The important thing, Gabriel, at this level is to don't have regrets. And that's been the case before. Yeah, of course, the team we had against Germany to go out the way we did, it wasn't good enough. So of course you go away with disappointments and regrets. I'm hoping this time round it's going to be different, and I believe it will be different because